Oh, what is the Epskis, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the GXWrestleCast. We're on episode 188 of my wrestling recap show, where once a week I go through all of the major WWE and AEW shows, give you the recap, give you the review, let you know what's going on storyline-wise, and at the end of the show, I give out my 3 stars of the week, going to my 3 favorite matches that I witnessed with my eyeballs. And when there is a pay-per-view, I'll do a separate pay-per-view review, going through whatever pay-per-view there is. So yeah, let's dive into it. We got Monday Night Raw, and they're in North Carolina, a.k.a. North Kakalaki. We got Sami Zayn. He's thanking the fans for supporting him for his entire career. Damn right. Sammy's neck is not 100%, but he says he will meet Kevin Owens at Elimination Chamber in Toronto, and I must say I am sopping wet to see that fight. That's going to be good times. Adam Pearce says, nope, not happening, and now I'm dry as a desert. Sammy is not medically cleared. Who gives a shit? Sammy pleads with all this fight needs to happen. Adam cannot sanction the match. You know, he's kind of pushing for a little bit of unsanctioned action, and so it will be. An unsanctioned match at Elimination Chamber. Oh, baby, I cannot wait. That's going to be awesome. I hope they fight in the crowd. I hope it's crazy. Honestly, what I would have loved if, just throw the chamber down on them. Let them fight in the chamber one-on-one with each other. Have a fucking singles match in the chamber. Why not? I think that'd be really cool. That'd be neat, but, and different. So, but regardless, an unsanctioned match, you know it's gonna get fucking crazy. They're gonna fight in the crowd more than likely. It's gonna be awesome. Can't wait. So we got Dom. He is concerned about Bianca and Naomi seeking revenge on Liv Morgan for attacking Jade Cargill. Finn Balor arrives to suck the life out of the room, as he always does. Finn puts pressure on Raquel to win tonight against Roxanne Perez, and there will be no new members in Judgment Day. Oh, you suck, Finley, you suck. We got AJ Styles versus Dom Mysterio up next with a Carlito. Carlito shoves AJ off of the ropes. That is not cool, Carlito. Not cool. Dom nails the 619. Styles avoids the splash. Styles Clash connects, and AJ grabs an impressive win. Solid matchup. You know, AJ looking great, and again, physically looking jacked, baby. Looking ridiculous. Dom, some lovely selling. Good work. Braun Breaker appears. Styles dodges the spear. Dom does not. He gets speared in half by Braun. Breaker throws his shirt, and AJ catching it like an absolute badass. Oh my goodness. What isn't AJ just so freaking awesome? And I cannot wait for AJ Styles and Braun Breaker to clash. It's inevitable. Let's hope. I don't know. They might push it for Elimination Chamber. We're a week away, so maybe not. But, dude, WrestleMania, that would be a spectacular opening matchup. Just saying. All right, we got an Intercontinental title number 1 contenders match for the females. It's Ivy Nile going up against Dakota Kai. Dakota, with her cool rolling backstabber, loving that move, nails the GTK and earns herself a rematch versus Lyra Valkyria. Good performance here from Dakota. Chad isn't going to be happy with Ivy losing that match. Thankfully, he's still learning the Doc Otts of Lucha Libre. Solid matchup. We get Gunther. He appears in the crowd, cutting a promo, calling Jey Uso and the crowd simpletons. Gunther tells the fans Jey Uso's blood will be on their hands when he gets destroyed at WrestleMania. Gunther asking Cole and Pat for their honest opinions on who'll win at WrestleMania. Pat says he wants Jey to win. This makes Gunther remove his blazer. Oh, jeez. But thankfully, Jey Uso arrives. Referees holding Jey back from a yeet-on. Jey breaks free, beats down the champion. Oh, man. That was wicked. Really good heel work, I must say, there from Gunther. Walking through a pretty riled up crowd, very hostile towards Gunther, and he's talking shit to people to their face, walking through it like a freaking all composed and everything. Very impressive. And Jey Uso, the freaking hero, man. No, everyone loves this man. Good stuff. We get Liv Morgan denies being involved with the Jade Cargill attack, and if she was, what are you gonna do about it? Huh? What are you gonna do? Pretty good. We got Pete Dunne. versus Penta. Oh boy, Penta on fire right now in the WWE. They're calling him a superstar. I said first when he got here, I was like, that man instantly going to be a superstar. Bam, here we are. Penta with a nice backstabber and the stiff chops. Oh, I love those chops, man. Yum. Kaiser shows up to watch the action. Don't blame ya. Dunn, nice counter sit-out powerbomb. Kaiser distracting Penta. Dunn with the roll-up, grabs the tights, and Penta kicks out, thankfully. Whew. Out, he throws out Dunn into Kaiser, nails the Penta driver on Pete for another win. Penta on fire. In control pretty much the whole entire match, hitting Dunn with lots of flashy offense. And Pete, nice work as always. Got a little offense in there, didn't get fully dominated, but a really solid match. I would like a rematch. It kind of looks like they're pushing for a triple threat here, but I don't know. I think that actually could work because Pete and Kaiser are kind of beefing because Pete wants to fight Penta. Kaiser keeps getting in the way, so that could be an effective triple threat, and I'm down for that, bro. That's three very, very, very talented men. And on top of that, Penta then hits a big dive and wipes Dunn and Kaiser out. So yeah, we're definitely going to get that triple threat. We got Jey Uso. He hyped up interview backstage looking to shock the world at WrestleMania. Can we get a Yeetlemania? Let's go. All right, we got Elimination Chamber qualifying match. It's Roxanne Perez versus Raquel Rodriguez. And oh, buddy, I have never been rooting harder for Roxanne Perez. Let's go. We got Raquel, impressive strength, catching Perez and then hits a fall-away slam. Pretty good. Perez goes wild, hits numerous dives, lovely counter, tornado DDT, and tops it off with a lion salt. That's a thumbs up. Bianca Belair and Naomi arrive. They surround Liv. Raquel gets distracted. Roxanne roll up, snags herself a spot in the chamber. Fuck yes. Awesome performance here from Roxanne, showing that she can hang on the main roster, and it's starting to look like inevitably Roxanne will be on the main roster pretty soon. And I am so excited to see what Perez is going to do in the chamber. I'm hoping for a nice breakout performance. She did great in the Rumble. And similar to how Tiffy, she had a great showing at the Rumble, had an unreal showing at the chamber. Hoping for the same thing for Perez. Look where Tiffy is right now. I can see the same projections for Roxanne. Future Money in the Bank winner. Maybe a Rumble win. Who knows? I think Roxanne's been crushing it. And, Raquel, impressive strength, and a good David versus Goliath match. 7 ata. We get Liv screaming bloody murder, gets saved by Raquel. I love Liv Morgan, man. She's so freaking good. We get Karrion Kross. Speaking of love, Karrion is pooping all over the babyface's WrestleMania dreams. Jay is going to lose to Gunther. Seth won't win or even qualify for the chamber. And most of all, Sami Zayn will fail. Karrion, good work right there. He's going to get into a feud with one of those names he mentioned, and they're all big names. It could be a big year here for Karrion Kross, and I must admit, I was, not going to say a doubter, but I wasn't, impressed overly outside of his entrance in NXT. I was like, all right, this guy's fine. And again, now his personality's starting to come out. I'm seeing that this dude's got some funniness. He's got good timing. He is a great wordsmith. And yeah, dude, fine in the ring, get the job done. Yeah, could be a big year for Karrion. I've been liking his work lately. New Day. All right, they're in the ring, wishing Rey Mysterio to get well. That's a joke. Crowd booing the bejesus out of New Day. Xavier explodes, tells the crowd to shut up. Kofi, trashing Rey, claims Rey has sucked the life out of all of the up-and-coming luchadors. That is just some balagna right there. New Day believe they are the true locker room leaders. LWO, Wild Del Toro, and Dragon Lee won't listen to this blasphemy any longer. They attack Kofi and Woods. New Day forced to retreat. And yeah, good heel promo here from New Day, getting more words out than usual and getting some heat. Happy to see LWO getting the opportunity, especially Del Toro and Dragon Lee. I believe he was injured there. Now he's back, so back on track. Dragon is awesome, and yeah, excited to see where this is going to go. We got a main event. It is an Elimination Chamber qualifying matchup. Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor. Finn with the cheap shot before the bell, of course. Match starts, Finn immediately hits a pedigree, goes for the coup de grace, but Seth able to avoid it. Seth attacks Finn's bad knee, hurls Balor knee first onto the announce table. Rollins attempts to stomp Finn onto the steps, but he misses. Seth nails a nice buckle bomb, which, just get nasty flashbacks right there. Finn counters the frog splash. Rollins pulling out a sharpshooter, transitions into a pedigree, and Finn kicks out. Seth tells the referee to suck it. That's a giggle. Finn nails a coup de grace. Rollins kicks out. Balor right into the crossface. Seth rolls out, nails the curb stomp to claim his spot in the chamber. My goodness, that was a banger of a main event right there. Finn and Seth recapture the magic they generally have in a 1v1 meeting, but that was awesome, man. The final sequence especially, that was wicked. Great near falls and no outside shenanigans. I cannot believe it. And that also goes to show, Judgment Day don't have Finn Balor's back, man. He is definitely on the outside with the Judgment Day. 8 out of 10, that's a banger. And a pretty good show right there in North Carolina. Rollins and Roxanne added to the chamber. That's big. Zayn and Kevin Owens at Elimination Chamber, also big. Gunther, good heel work, setting up a huge mountain for Jay to conquer. Will he be able to do it? Penta continues the roll. Breaker versus AJ, that's got to be inevitable at this point. Are we doing it at Mania? I really hope so. And a great main event. 7 out of 10 for the Monday Night Raw. We'll go to NXT. They're still in Orlando, and we got Oba Femi. He comes out to the ring, and he is fired up about being attacked by Dion Lennox and his crew. To make things worse, out of fucking nowhere, it is Muth from the TNA, and he is the X Division champion. He arrives to apparently burst the bubble. Oba says no NXT is his bubble. It ain't happening. And holy shit, I did not see that coming. I did not expect to see Moose in NXT, but that's fucking awesome, bro. Oba versus Moose, that is a dream match. Let's get that done. We get a number one contenders triple threat match for the North American Championship. It's Jada Pinkett versus Carmen Petrovic with Ashante, of course, versus Kalani Jordan. Jada with a thunderous smack to Kalani's tummy. Oh my goodness, that's gotta hurt. Thumbs up. Jordan with the moonsault breaks up the pin and hits an interesting leg sweep move. Even Corey was like, I've never seen that one before. Carmen with a nice 2-for-1 stratosphere. Paka delivering stiff shots to Petrovic. Ashante saves Carmen from Kalani. Jada hits the hip attack. Ashante throws Carmen into the ring to steal the pin and the win. Oh, man. Kalani not happy. She loses it. Fights with Jada Pinkett. A good match right there. I loved Jada's hard-hitting smacks. They were great. The finish was pretty good as well. Kind of like, Ashante throwing her in there. That was smart. Quick thinking. I like that. 7 out of 10. Fatal Influence attack Petrovic. Jordan, Grace, Julia, and Vakur to the rescue. Grace then challenges Fatal Influence to a fight later on. We got a tag team matchup next. It's Metaphor, Lash Legend, and Jakara Jackson versus Zarya and Sol Ruka. Sol with the sweet handstand knee into a pin. Nice. Lash and Zarya have a military press-off. Holy shit. Thumbs up for that. So cool. Ruka and Zarya, nice super kick German suplex combo. Ruka, wicked counter out of Lash's power. Jakara F5 and has her soul snatched. Ruka and Zarya grab the big-ass win right there. And that was a damn fine matchup. Great pacing throughout. Legend and Zarya are teasing a big meeting at some point. But impressive tag moves, man. And Soul and Zarya just coming together out of nowhere. They are very impressive so far as a team. Loving their chemistry together and so much talent. Oh my goodness. 7.5 out of 10. We got Ricky's his NXT contract signing. Let's get her done. Ricky wants to main event every NXT PLE and win the NXT Championship and much more. Ricky interrupted by none other than all ego, Ethan Page. Ethan, impressed Ricky, copied his idea, leaving AEW. He didn't say that, but, that's what he means. Ricky just wants to celebrate signing with NXT. Ethan trash-talking Javon Evans. This completes the summoning ritual. Javon appears. He attacks Ethan Page. Ricky again interrupted. This time it's Wes Lee being angry. Rick, slightly annoyed at this point, he challenges Wes to a match with a good old-fashioned bitch slap. And it's Ricky Saints is officially NXT. Good introduction segment. Ricky Saints, I guess that's a better name than Ricky Starks. Was he? I don't know. Maybe he was called Ricky Starks before AEW. Regardless, she sheds the Ricky Starks name. He is now Ricky Saints. I'm fine with that. Good introduction segment. We got No Quarter Catch Crew challenging the Hardy Boys to a match. Oh, baby, that's some fun stuff. My cat's food dish automator feeding system has been activated, and so have the cats. They are all rushing now as I speak to the units. All four. There is a fifth cat, but that cat currently is not being involved, and that will end the commentary on my cat's feeding system. We got Shawn Spears with his family versus Stacks and the family up next. Shawn cooler Randy Orton draping DDT. Like, he pulls that sumbitch up and yeah, man, watch yourself, Randy. Stealing your moves. Spears drives his knee into Stacks' neck and then hits the C4 for an impressive victory. Spears leading by example for his family, making them look like a real threat here to Don's family. And interesting enough, Don not out there to support his family. I don't know where the fuck he is, but he's not there. Solid match. And again, that's Stacks dropping the ball for the Don yet again. So the Don probably going to have to come to NXT and have to deal with this shit. We got Lexis King introduces himself to Moose. King, tired of TNA getting title shots left and right, Moose offers Lexis a shot at the X Division title. King is like, that's more like it. He jumps at that opportunity to win it in his hometown to boot. I think that will take place on TNA. I'll try and watch it if I have time. We get Andre Chase versus Eddie Thorpe. So earlier, some previous students of Chase U got this match made for Andre Chase, but Andre's still upset. Let's get in there. Eddie whooping Chase's ass. He's going up against Eddie Thorpe. I don't know if I said that. Eddie whooping Chase's ass. Chase U students arrive in the crowd to help motivate Mr. Chase. It kind of works. Chase gets fired up, but has forgotten how to spell. Oh my goodness. Eddie takes advantage, grabs the win, and an alright match right there. Chase still trying to find his way. That's just kind of the storyline right here. And then Trick Willie appears on screen, warns Eddie Thorpe that they are not done. So yeah, a little bit of storyline transitioning here. Not much of a match, but obviously Trick not done with Eddie. And what the hell's going on? When are you going to get out of this funk? How are we going to get Andre Chase out of this funk, man? I want Chase U back. There's definitely a pulse because they got these two students. I can't remember their names, but they have those two guys getting involved here. And yeah, maybe something's going to happen. We got poor Ava. She has been just having a fucking night. Ava has to make a tag team match for Paige and Wesley versus Javon and Ricky. And how is Javon even fucking cleared? He's got, he's had his jaw broken, rebroken, and then rebroken again. What is going on here? So anyway, the Hardy Boys, they accept No Quarter Catch Crew's challenge. A Hardy Party is also teased for NXT, so we just might get a visit from the Hardy Boys. That's awesome. And it's main event time. Trios tag team action. Julia, Jordan Grace, and Stephanie Vacour versus Fatal Influence, Nyx, Jane, and Henley. Grace with the reverse Bama Slamma and a German suplex that just ends Nyx. Grace running dive, wipes out Fatal Influence, and then Fatal Influence cheap shot to Vacour, hit a flurry of kicks and a face buster. Grace ridiculous muscle buster and a lariat combo, that was sick, bro. Thumbs up. But she has, she's doing the muscle buster, and as she's going down to hit the muscle buster, she nails a lariat, awesome, fantastic. Samoa Joe, take notes, thumbs up. Vacour, big dive off of he's probably done it. Vacour, big dive off of the top, takes out Henley and Jane. Grace hits Nyx with the Juggernaut Bomb for the win. Solid main event right there. Grace definitely taking center stage here and looking great. She is going to be, again, added to this ridiculously stacked NXT women's division right now. And yeah, she's just right in the mix right there, right into the main event, absolutely. And we're not done. Backstage, Ava finds Mr. Stone knocked out cold. Their room is trashed and spray paint all over the walls. Ava is pissed, and you know that is Dion Lennox's group behind that right there. And that's the end of the show. Really solid NXT with some fun TNA surprises, you know, freaking Moose and the Hardy Boys making some challenges. That's fun. Ricky Saints joining NXT. This is great. And getting into it with Ethan Page. That makes a lot of sense. He did the same thing. He left AEW, came to NXT, and was an instant hit. We'll see if Ricky is able to get the same thing. And yeah, I love that mix right there. Should be fun. Pretty good wrestling throughout. Jordan Grace making a good impact in her first official WWE match. 6.5 out of 10 for the NXT. And now it is time for the SmackDown. They are in New Orleans. Nick Aldis is he informs Cody Rhodes he is out of the main event tonight on SmackDown. Not WrestleMania, but maybe WrestleMania, because the final boss wants to speak with the Code Man. All right, well, the final boss is The Rock. The Code Man is Cody Rhodes. We got Drew McIntyre versus Jimmy Uso in opening action. Drew with the reverse Bama Slamma slams Jimmy onto the steel steps. Pretty good, pretty cute. Jimmy then hits a Whisper in the Wind. Oh yeah, Jeff Hardy fans out there. Nails Drew with a spear, and he gets a near fall. Drew with another reverse Alabama Slammer. This time it's reversed. Jimmy rolls up Drew and snags the huge win. Oh shit. Jimmy, impressive performance, defeating a world champion. So, clearly trying to do the same thing with Jay, with Jimmy here, starting to get him into that main event level. Give him some time. Maybe he'll get up there. But yeah, Jimmy is popular as well. But clearly Jey Uso is the guy right now. And Drew, my dog, let me talk to you. Picking up some L's right now, and I don't like that. You're losing focus. You have matches won, and then you start walking around, running your mouth, maybe pushing a referee, shit-talking with a fan or something. Just win. Win a match. And you better win that fucking Elimination Chamber. I'm going to be watching you. All right, Jimmy, good stuff. Solid match. Drew then viciously attacks Jimmy after the match, obviously upset that he just lost. We move on. Solo Sikoa arrives to the building, says, "My bad for hitting Tama Tonga last week. It was an accident. My bad. We'll move on." And good. So Solo wants to be in Fatu and Tama's corner this week. In fact, he would like to be in the match with Fatu if he can. Fatu says, they've been holding down SmackDown just fine without Solo. But eventually Fatu gives in and Solo will team up with him later tonight. We got R-Truth. He's confused as to who him is. Melo and Miz claiming that they are in fact him. Miz trying very hard to make Melo don't Miz a thing. And Melo playing hard to get. Pretty funny stuff right here, man. Yeah, there's definitely a little spark, a flicker, a chemistry for sure. Is that really what I want for Carmelo? I mean, why not? He's not going up and, he's doing fine-ass work right now, but a pit stop with The Miz, maybe some tag teaming. Honestly, they could use another tag team. Maybe that's what they're going for here, but yeah, I like it. And then we have Carmelo Hayes and The Miz teaming together, but not in official capacity, versus R-Truth and Louisiana Knight. Yeah? What's their accent? I've been to Louisiana, haven't I? Louisville? No, I've been to Kentucky. My bad. R-Truth forgets who his partner is, tagging in his former partner, The Miz. So this is just a fucking joke at this point. It's LA Knight, by the way, yeah. Who's actually Louisiana Knight, but R-Truth gets everything wrong, man. Truth with the Cena combo, he doesn't get that wrong. Old school spinning elbow puts Melo in the STFU. And then Shinsuke out of nowhere just emerges from in the, the ring bell area thingy, attacks Louisiana Knight. Miz and Melo skull-crushing 48 connects on Truth for the win. And yeah, Truth, super entertaining as always, very confused as he always is. And crowd loving that Cena combo, man. Just wait till they get, I can't believe it. It's really setting in now that Elimination Chamber is this week, and I'm going to see John Cena live for the first time ever. Mello and Miz for sure would be a good team, man. They solid tag team offense there. They already got a finisher combo, like it's there, so they're probably going to go ahead and do it. We got Tiffy Stratton ready to put a stop to Nia Jax and Candice. Tiffy also ready to take the spotlight away from Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. Nia and Candice arrive. Nia claims that Tiffy will get destroyed at Elimination Chamber and won't even make it to WrestleMania. Well, we'll see about that. I think she's going to make it just fine. We got Candice LeRae with Nia versus Tiffany Stratton. Charlotte Flair joins commentary to watch closer. Tiffy, awkward Bama Slamma to Candice into the barricade, doesn't get all that. Prettiest Moonsault, though, does connect with pretty much all of that, and Tiffy grabs the win. All right, match, nothing crazy. Nia, Jax, and Candice jump Tiffy after the bell, and out comes Trish Stratus to the rescue. Big pop for Trish, and it's Nia and Candice overwhelming the legend. Nia hits a ugly 2-for-1 Annihilator, lightly squishing Trish and Stratton. I don't know, man. Nia is very inconsistent. Sometimes she hits, she's great. Sometimes in the same match, she is great and horrible. It's just like, damn, dude, like that chair shot that she did, in that steel cage match or whatever, Hell in a Cell, awful. That Annihilator, awful. But man, some of the other stuff she does, fantastic. But yeah, Charlotte stares off with Tiffy, and she'll probably take all the credit for that later on. I destroyed the champion. I'm Charlotte. It's Damian Priest politely warning Cody Rhodes he's coming for his title after Elimination Chamber. Strowman arrives, congratulates Priest on defeating him, and they will team together later on. And now it's Liv Morgan and Rodriguez attacking Bianca and Naomi during their entrance. All this kicks Liv and Raquel out of the building, and Liv, in like the cutest fashion, just breaks out laughing. So amped, she gets to leave early. She's like, I'm out of here, suckers. So great. I love that. Very cute. And then he arrives, everybody. It's The Rock. Why do they do that? Why they announced at the beginning of the show that he's going to be here. Why not have it be a surprise? Jeez, way to wreck it. The Rock arrives to the arena. He driving his big truck aggressively, as he will. Comes out to yet another new version of his theme. It's okay, it's kind of a rap style at the beginning, and then it just goes into the regular thing, but it's fine. Rock hits the catchphrases and announces WrestleMania 42, next WrestleMania, will be in New Orleans again, and not in Canada. Boo, boo, but yay, good for you, New Orleans. Great place to have a Mania. They've had they've had some in recent memory, and it's a great place. Great hosting city. And The Rock sings with New Orleans and then calls them a bunch of STD-having pieces of trailer park trash. Wow, that was great. Fucking hilarious. Got me off guard. And I think he caught the crowd off guard because he was being nice and he suckered us all in. Then he started being mean. Rock calls Cody Rhodes to come on down. Rock tells Cody he's a great WWE champion. Rock wants Cody to become his champion, though. The Rock's champion. Cody says he is the people's champion. Oh, snap. Rock flexing. He's a board member of the WWE. He's the boss of the boss of the boss of Cody. Has 500 million followers on whatever media. And most importantly of all, Moana 2 hitting over 1 billion at the box office. There it is. Rock remembers Cody slapping him and taking the main event away from Rock last year. Rock tells Cody to think about it and give him an answer at Elimination Chamber. So Rock wants a shot at the Code Man at WrestleMania. So he wants an answer to that at Elimination Chamber. And holy shit, that's a big match, man. The Rock versus Cody makes a lot of sense, since I still don't know personally about Roman Reigns' health, if he's going to make it to WrestleMania or not. And, the big story of last year's WrestleMania was supposed to be Roman Rock, but Cody exists, and he was so big, he would not be denied. So they allowed Cody to have the main event. We know what happens there. And, now The Rock's like, what's up, bitch? I'm back. So, yeah, pretty cool. Oh, and to top it off, Rock wants to take Cody's soul. So he says that happened. So, damn. But seriously, Rock, that was fucking awesome right there. Eerie undertones to Rock's messaging. Like, basically, I can squash you like a bug. So, he's kind of being nice right now, but Cody very aware, like, oh shit, I am on very thin ice. This is a bad situation. Cody visibly shook. Like, he doesn't even know how to answer back to that. I don't even think he said anything. So, that was fucking great. Great segment right there. It was long, but I liked it. Thumbs up. Now we got a WWE Tag Team Championship match. It's DIY, Gargano, and Ciampa defending against Pretty Deadly, Wilson, and Prince. DIY demands the crowd to rise and remove their caps and all that stuff. Pretty Deadly says, nah, cut that shit off. The brawling with DIY begins before the match. And then Pretty Deadly on a roll, and it's the Street Profits attacking Pretty Deadly and DIY, ending the match. That sucks, man. That sucks. I want a match right here, and Pretty Street Profits right now. All right, so what are we doing here? What are we doing? Are we setting up a triple threat maybe for WrestleMania? Probably. I don't know if they have time. They could throw something in for Elimination Chamber, some sort of triple threat, but I'm guessing that's where this is going because, like, Street Profits keep interfering. They want their title shot, so... And it's going to be interesting to see what the crowd's going to do with them once they actually get into the ring, get into some action, because they've been doing heel as shit, but for a justified reason. So is Street Profits heel? Or are they not heel? I don't know what's going on with them, but why'd you have to ruin a match, dog? Not cool. Kevin Owens, speaking of not cool, Kevin Owens delivers a message to Sami Zayn. Nothing out of the normal there until Kevin shows us he's creeping outside of Sami's house, looking into his window, and you can see Sami just living in his house, hanging out with his family and shit. That's fucked up, Kevin. Come here, have a sit down. That's fucked up, dog. All right, go ahead. Main event time. We got Priest and Strowman versus Fatu and Solo Sikoa with Tama Tonga. We get Priest hot tag, nice old school, into the splash. Fatu friendly fire on Solo. Was that friendly fire or not? Or was that payback for last week? I don't know. Fatu launched over the announce table by Strowman. Priest south of heaven to Solo. Pins and wins. Pretty good ending to the match. Other than that, very just standard tag team match right here. Nothing crazy. And an okay SmackDown this week. Rock's segment with Cody, honestly, my favorite part of the show. Would have been a lot better if it was a surprise, but Rock turning into like a modernized, power-mad CEO now, like a new Vince McMahon, like a guy that can maybe step into that role as that, and maybe The Rock can do it, man. I'm into it. I don't know if that's what they're going for, but that's kind of the undertones I'm getting here. That'd be so sick, man. R-Truth, entertaining as usual. Mello and Miz building up a fun chemistry. Are they going to become a legitimate tag team? Kind of looks like it, yeah. Kevin Owens showing up at Sami's house. That's going to make Sami Zayn go insane. See what I did there? Wrestling, pretty underwhelming. A tag title match. That sucked. Main event, pretty boring as well. So, yeah, nothing going crazy there in the wrestling. 5.5 out then. Now we'll go to the land of AEW. We got Dynamite in Phoenix, Arizona. Hangman Adam Page and MJF face to face. Max bragging about his AEW achievements. Hangman points out Max is angry that the fans turned on him. And Max just like explodes and yeah, clearly hit a nerve right there. MJF brings up Christopher Daniels, which also strikes a nerve, this time for Page. Hangman goes off calling out MJF for being an opportunistic coward, and he knows it. Max calls Adam a child. MJF earned everything and is better than Page in every single way. Hangman says he's real. He's damn real. Come on, my Kurt Angle fans out there, let's go. Max, fine with being the bad guy, proceeds to huck a loogie right in Hangman's face and then runs behind security. Fucking disgusting, but that's hilarious. Hangman dropping security left and right, trying to get to Max, but Christopher Daniels stops Hangman's vicious assault on the security. Great face-to-face right here between Max and Adam. Some real shit talk, and that spitting in the face, man, that's That's not all right, but a thumbs up is deserved. Max, a savage on the microphone. Hangman, good as well, hanging in there. I will admit, it is very strange seeing Adam Page as being seen as the good guy right now, and he just recently burnt down Swerve's family home. That was like 5 weeks ago, like one of the most heinous things we've seen in AEW, and now people are like, I love this guy. Oh, what a good man. What a good man. It just goes to show how much people hate MJF. MJF hasn't burnt down someone's house. He's just mad that you guys turned on him. So I don't know who's in the wrong here, but regardless, going to be a very rough road to Revolution between these two guys. We got trios action up next. It's Sapien, Nick Wayne, and Christian, the Patriarchy, versus the Ops. That's Hook, Shibata, and Samoa Joe. All right. Kip absolutely flattened by Joe Senton, and Joe just giggling about it. He's like, oh, I know, he just got it bad right there. Nick getting lit up in the corner by the Ops with nasty chops. That rhymes. And, Nick Wayne just getting dusted right here. Joe running dive with a hard landing. Wayne's World countered into the Red Rum by Hook. Christian way too chicken to help out Wayne, allows Ops to grab the win. Entertaining trios tag right there. Samoa Joe just having the time of his life right now. I'm loving that. Ops all about the mean striking and, Samoa Joe's happiness. Wayne and Kip taking an absolute ass kicking out there, and Christian watching. Good stuff. Jericho very angry about losing to Bandito. Jericho offers Bandito a title shot at Collision because people are taking Jericho way too funkin' lightly. That's what he said. I thought he said fuck, but he said funk. There it is. I used to do that as a kid, no flipping way. Oh, what the flip is that? And yeah, that doesn't last. That parents didn't let that last for too long. We got Street Fight up next. It's Powerhouse. Oh, sorry. Powerhouse Hobbs versus Big Bill. Hobbs steals a fan's beer, and I'm going to tell you that fan was like, what the fuck? Like, he was maybe a guy in his 50s or something. He was like, he knows that financial decision that he made that night. He's like, I'm going to enjoy this beer. He was probably halfway through that sumbitch, and this guy just took that, and I know that face. He was going to have a fucking shit fit about that later on that night. So, seen that face before. Bill then hums a large electronic device at Hobbs. Hobbs is a bloody mess after getting his head hit with a monkey wrench, or just a regular wrench. Bill chokeslams Hobbs on the steel steps. Owie. Keith arrives to assist Hobbs. Not really, though. Hobbs one-hand slams Keith through a table. Bill shoved off of the stage through barbed wire tables. Holy shit. And Bill just cut to ribbons. My goodness, his back is just torn up. Really gross. Big Bill trapped in the wire. He cannot answer the 10 count. Hobbs wins. Oh my goodness. Meat forever on that one. A good meat battle, hoss battle, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Brutal barbed wire bump right there for Big Bill. And some hard bumps there for Hobbs as well. Good fight. 7-8. And now we have an announcement. Double or Nothing will be held in Arizona on May 25th. Very nice. They're in Arizona this whole entire week, so why not announce it? Makes sense. We get new AEW Women's Champion Timeless Toni Storm. She's here, and Toni using lots of sexual innuendos. Very funny. And Toni says she is proud of Mariah. Toni looking for the best for her next opponent. She throws out Statlander's name, Nightingale, someone to step up to her next. I thought someone was going to come out, but no, that's the end of the segment. But yeah, I love that Toni mentions Willow and Chris. Either one of those would be a phenomenal opponent. They've been just destroying that, the TBS, I don't like to, it's just a different division. They've just been in that division, not really, I don't know when the last time they've had a women's world title shot. I don't know, it's been a minute, if they've ever had it. I don't know. It's hard to remember that shit because they move on so fast in AEW. Off to the next thing, next opponent, don't really let anything sink in. Anyway, Willow Nightingale is angry Moxley interrupted her interview last week. Marina Shafir attacks Willow, and yet again, Moxley steals Willow's airtime. What the fucking fuck, Moxley? Stop that shit. Don't do that to Willow. That's my girl right there. So, we got Moxley and the Death Riders take over the ring. Moxley, like a freaking 3-year-old, says, everything's mine, the camera, the ring, you people, you're all mine. I'm like, my goodness, man, that's embarrassing. Jay White arrives, heavily outnumbered. It's the setup. Cope sneak attacks Moxley, brings trusty Spike to chase off the Death Riders into the crowd. Edge says the fans are his. And yeah, sure, why not? We're more behind Edge, Cope, than we are Moxley. That's for certain. And we got Momo Watanabe. She challenges Mercedes Moné for the TBS title. Moné won't accept it unless she's challenged in person. But interesting choice. Momo, I don't remember what she won, but she won an opportunity to challenge like anyone across her own company that she's in. I think she's in Strong or something. She could challenge anyone in AEW. She could challenge anyone in Ring of Honor. And she chose the secondary championship on AEW. No offense to the TBS championship, but you had a chance to go after Toni Storm. You could have went, I don't know who's the Ring of Honor, but I'm guessing it's more than likely still Athena, I think her name is. She's unbelievable. I wish I could watch her, but I don't. Anyway, we move on. So Momo challenging Moné. We got Chris Statlander going up against Megan Bayne. Bayne eats a superplex, nails a nice Falcon Arrow in response. Bayne suplexed hard on the apron, and again, Bayne not really affected by it. She gets back up pretty quickly. Ford shoves Chris off of the top rope. Bayne hits the F5 for an impressive win. I will say those Ford shenanigans, that was dumb. Bayne didn't need any help, and it waters down her big win against Statlander. Like, she had it. She didn't really need the help there, so that was dumb. Bayne looking very strong and durable, eating Statlander suplexes for breakfast, getting up faster than Statlander did. Solid match. Thunder Rosa arrives with a chair to chase off Ford and Bayne. Max Caster sets up another open challenge so he can have his ass kicked yet again. Can't wait to see that. Ricochet wearing the robe he stole from Prince Nana. Trash talking the fans in Arizona. Ricochet calls himself a winner, brags about beating all the AEW favorites and whatnot. Ricochet says he's too good looking not to be a champion. Hell yeah, okay, he is good looking. Nana arrives all business, doesn't even perform his traditional dancing routine. Nana is not happy with Ricochet disrespecting and stealing the robe that means so much to Prince Nana's career. I didn't know this, but Nana, in-ring competitor for over 3 decades, he says. So out of the ring, hell yeah. Ricochet tells Nana to try and take it from him. Ricochet won't give the robe back, delivers a hilarious laugh while he leaves. He's like, ah! And I'm just like, dog, that's too much. That's ridiculous. Don't make me giggle like this. Good heel work, though, from Ricochet. Enjoyable segment. Nana wanted to do this alone. Swerve wasn't, allowed to come out. So, interesting. Are we going to have Ricochet fight Prince Nana? Is that what's going to happen? Interesting. I don't know if that's what I want, but all right, main event time. International tournament match. It is Roddy Strong versus Orange Cassidy, who is back after taking a few weeks off, and he needed it. Orange hugs Kyle and pretends not to see Adam Cole because they're still beefing. Adam then hugs Roddy to make Orange jelly. And after a few more hugging, but a very cute moment right there with the hugs. Roddy, cool slingshot power slam. Cassidy with the classic offense nails a fantastic counter tornado DDT. That's the thumbs up. Roddy, brutal trifecta of backbreakers and a gutbuster. Orange, awesome counter stun dog, hits the orange punch and grabs a huge win. Oh, baby. I missed Orange Cassidy so much. Awesome in his return, looks fucking rejuvenated. And hell yeah, Roddy, also fantastic as always. Ridiculous counters throughout this matchup. Nasty bumps, stiff striking, near falls, had it all. Banger. Don Callis and Takeshita arrive to spoil the moment. Callis badmouth Orange, sends Davis and Takeshita in to attack Cassidy. Don throwing little punches. This summons Kenny Omega. Davis and Takeshita outnumber Kenny. Orange joins the fight and helps remove the Don Callis family. Oh, yeah. And that's the end of the show. Good Dynamite and Zona. Strange to see Hangman be like a goodish guy, but kind of enjoying the early stages of the feud with him and MJF. Just strange. Edge and Moxley, not much new there, just more fighting and staring and stuff. Ricochet doing well as a heel. Good segment this week with Nana. Curious to see who Tony will fight. I'm hoping for Willow, but Statlander would be sick. Wrestling pretty good throughout. Street fight was, a street fight. And the main event, that shit was a banger. 7 out of 10 for Dynamite. And we go to Collision also in Phoenix, Arizona. In fact, in the exact same place. And that freaking arena that they're in, very cool, look to it. It just looks like a sea of people. It's just these huge rows. It'd probably be a horrible time to get, if you got to go take a piss, you got to cross, and you're in the middle, you got to cross 30 people. But looks really cool. Looks like a ton of people were there. All right, Mariah May assaults Toni Storm backstage. Oh no, here we go again. Mariah plants Toni on the stage with a Mayday. Mariah wants to write a Hollywood ending in blood at Revolution. Oh, baby. That sounds like the big finale to this. Sounds like it, at least. I don't know. These two could fight for the rest of their lives. I don't care. But sweet. We're going to have a big bloody fight between Toni and Mariah again. And it sounds like they're going to do a no DQ, false count anywhere type of thing. I think they're actually calling it the Hollywood ending. Regardless, very cool. Speaking of very cool, it's my fucking guy, Hologram. He is back after being away from injury, and he's going up against Beast Mortos. Hologram badass backflip off of Mortos' shoulders because he can. He's so good. Hologram, nice dive. Mortos, equally nice twisty dive. And Mortos yelling, terrifying poor Aubrey. How could you? Mortos, awesome avalanche military press slam. My good. It gets me every time. It's so friggin' impressive. Thumbs up. Hologram, awesome Rana off of the top and a torpedo dive. That gets a thumbs up. Hologram, crucifix bombed on the stage. That's painful. Mortos hit with a mean sunset power bomb on the stage. That's painful. Hologram, smooth springboard crucifix bomb gets a near fall. Hologram sunset roll-up pins Mortos for a big return victory. So awesome to have Hologram back in action. I've been thinking about this guy. I'm like, man, is he only on Rampage? I don't watch Rampage anymore. I just can't do it. And nope, here he is. He was injured, so thankfully he's back on air. And a banger of a return match with equally awesome Mortos. High-level lucha-style wrestling. So fun to watch these two finish. A little bit messy, but I don't care. 8 out of 10. And apparently Speedball Mike Bailey is coming to AEW. That's a nice ad right there, man. Mike Bailey, maybe doesn't have the charisma of MJF or anything like that, but homie can wrestle, bro. He had some amazing matches in TNA. He was an excellent X Division champion, multi-time X Division champion. Every time this guy got in the ring, I was like, oh yeah, you're in for a good one here. So we'll see what they can do with him. We got Harley Cameron not bothered at all losing at Grand Slam. Harley still determined as ever to win gold in AEW, and a great hyped up interview here with Harley Cameron. Thumbs up. We got Gabe Kidd going up against the Butcher. Kidd mean running a lariat and a pile driver picks up an impressive win. Kidd stiff brawler style. Don Callis family scouting Kidd as a potential new member. All right. We get Kyle Fletcher accepts the cage match versus Will Ospreay. This is fantastic. It's going to be another banger, man. Those two, when they get together, it's brutal. I'll keep my eye out for how much of the non-selling they do in their match. They tend to go to that well a lot. But so we'll see. Julia Hart versus Queen Aminata. Aminata, nice sliding knee strike. Hart catches Queen in a submission, forces the tap out, and Julia wins. Really solid competitive match. Julia's face bruised up and scratched. She got a whooping there from the Queen, but a really good, resilient performance. Aminata, hard-hitting effort. You definitely caught Julia a couple times there. That's okay. Murder Machine destroy a couple of helpless guys in yet another squash match. Murder Machine feeling confident, they call out the Hurt Syndicate for a wherever, whenever, whatever, however. The champions arrive to address this. MVP not impressed at all because all freaking Murder Machine do is beat up on inexperienced kids. Hurt Syndicate do things on their time. Challenge declined until I keep calling them Motor City, but no, they're Murder Machine until they actually beat a real team for once. And fuck yeah, MVP, you the man. I've been calling this shit out for a long time for not just Murder Machine, numerous teams in AEW for their constant squash matches. Like, it doesn't do anything. So, Udaman MVP, thumbs up. Lio Rush and Andretti going as, I think I heard the Crew. All right, whatever. We got AEW Trios Championship match up next. Death Riders Claudio Yuta and Pech defend against Daddy Magic, Cool Hand Ange, and Danny Garcia. Tags becoming optional, Garcia and friends hit a triple suplex and strike some poses. Menard getting wrecked in the corner with Death Rider elbows. Garcia finally gets the hot tag, puts Yuta in a Dragon Tamer. Claudio just comes in, hits Garcia with a jackhammer to break it up. Like, just fuck the rules. Pac puts Ange in a brutalizer and the Death Riders retain. Holy moly, that friggin' match would not end. Just kept going and going. Boring, one-sided until the ending. Then we got some good stuff. No respect for the rules, just coming in and out, fucking doing whatever you want. Claudio, I'm looking at you. Fucking Death Riders, man, I'm telling you, they're a grind to watch sometimes. Like, so just boring, and all they do is beat up on guys and cheat, and it's just bleh. At least Pac is there. He adds a little bit of flash from the methodical beatdowns. As always, Death Riders continue attacking. Undisputed Kingdom arrive to chase them off, leaving Pac behind. Oh no. Cope arrives and he nails Pac with a concerto while the Death Riders watch. Edge, just devoid of emotion in his eyes, hits Pac with a second concerto. Hell yeah. Too bad it wasn't Wheeler Yuta getting those concertos, but poor Pac. Oh well. We get the Vendetta, that's Purrazzo and Valkyrie, trash-talking Harley Cameron. They also bully poor Lexi, who's just doing her job. What the heck? We got Max Caster's open challenge. Yay! Max running his mouth, awaiting his challenger. It's Brody King. Oh, you gon' die, Max. Brody traps Max in a head scissors. He hilariously tries to escape, but he cannot get out, and Brody's even laughing, so that's funny. Brody hits the cannonball and easily defeats the alleged best in the world, Max Caster. Again, I am so confused by this gimmick for Max. I can't think of anything other than this is punishment. He pissed the wrong person off, and they're doing this to him. He is at least trying. Like, he's not, like, he's trying to be entertaining. He is fairly entertaining. It's just like, what is this supposed to do for anybody? Like, it's all it is just pure entertainment. Is that all you want? Like, it's like cheap entertainment. It's not very good. Like, you look at Max Caster, the dude is built like a brick shit house, 200 some odd bills. Like, what are you doing with this guy? Like, I don't understand it. It's doing nothing here. We got the Outrunners. They ask Hurt Syndicate what would happen if they defeated the Murder Machines. MVP claims, win or lose, the Outrunners would get a tag team title shot, and then Hurt Syndicate leave laughing. Well, that concerns me. Outrunners are like, fuck yeah, man, win or lose, we get a shot. But I don't think they're telling the truth, and that sucks, because, Outrunners deserve it, but they would get fucking mutilated right now. No one's touching Hurt Syndicate, so probably stay away. I don't want their momentum to get squashed, but, Main event time. Ring of Honor World Championship on the line. Chris Jericho defends against Bandito. Bandito nice dives, firing up the crowd. Jericho anti-air codebreaker tells the fans to retire this and nails a wicked Frankensteiner. Just what a badass. Bandito one-armed military press, nails a wicked frog splash after that. My goodness, that's a thumbs up. Bandito ridiculous avalanche moonsault slam connects with a unique GTS, but Jericho's sneaky roll-up catches Bandito and he retains. Damn. How could anybody want Jericho to retire, man? What a legend. Still got so much in the tank in the ring. Fucking awesome. Banger physical bout with Bandito. Chris got welts all over his body, his chest, his back. Just, stiffness on point for sure. Bandito, fantastic performance. Lots of awesome moves. Great chemistry with Chris. And that's a good collision right there. A couple of misses on the show. The Trios title match, that was so friggin' boring. Max Caster's situation is strange. I mean, it's just not doing anything for anyone outside of a cheap little bit of entertainment. Had some bangers on the card. Hologram back is fantastic, and he was in a banger match. Main event was awesome. Mike Bailey is on the way. That's good. And I love MVP calling out Murder Machine for having all the squash matches. Mariah and Tony to have yet another match, and this time looks like it's going to be the bloody finale at Revolution. Can't wait. 7 out of 10 for Collision. And now we have a absolutely loaded up 3 stars because it includes Vengeance Day, we got the Collision Grand Slam is in here, and the whole entire week. So yeah, we got 4 shout-outs. Let's start with the NXT Women's title match, the Fatal 4-Way at Vengeance. At this point, I've watched so much wrestling, I can't even fucking remember who was in that match. Like Julia and shit. It was a banger, though, so check that one out. Rollins versus Finn Balor on Raw, that was a banger. Those two recapturing the magic they had way back in the day, even, throwing a buckle bomb in that match. That was a nice touch. That's a banger. Oba versus Theory and Grayson Waller at Vengeance Day. That was a banger. Wait, that one was a banger, especially because I wasn't expecting much out of it, and it, way exceeded my expectations. A lot of fun, and didn't go down the usual rabbit hole when you have 2 guys that are on a team in a triple threat situation going for a title. They actually worked together pretty well, and when they weren't working together, it was reasonable. They didn't have a full meltdown. That was a good match. And finally, got a shout out, Orange versus Strong on Dynamite. I mean, Orange Cassidy looking rejuvenated in that matchup, looking real good, doing his usual shenanigans, and Roderick Strong, bro, oh my goodness, those backbreakers, the dude is awesome. I love Roderick Strong, but they don't make the top 3 stars. 3rd star goes to, maybe recency bias, but Jericho versus Bandito. Ring of Honor title match on Collision. That shit was awesome. I love Jericho throwing it in the fans' faces. Guys still freaking got it. Banger match. Bandito is amazing. Love that guy. I want more luchadors, more and more of them on AEW. Just give me all of them. So freaking good. Good enough for the 3rd star. 2nd star goes to Mariah May versus Toni Storm at Australia Grand Slam. My goodness, the saga of Mariah May and Toni Storm is ridiculous. It's still ongoing, and this was just another chapter in the amazing saga. Yet another banger between these 2 women. Ferociousness on point. Let's go with that. And now the 1st star goes to, believe it or not, it's going to Fraxium versus Josh Briggs and Inamura tag team title match, or NXT title match, tag team title match at Vengeance. Holy shit, dude. Oh man, Inamura, right there, you're on my radar, buddy. Amazing performance from this guy. Love the strong style that he and Briggs brought to the match against Fraxium. Just mixed so good with Fraxium's frenetic, freaking high-flying, fast-paced craziness, and that was my favorite match. I loved it. I loved the preview that I got. Before their title match, Inamura and Briggs in a triple threat, they crushed it in that match as well, and yeah, man, and also, I just love Inamura. I mean, he's funny. He's just unique in the ring. He's got a cool style. Yeah, dude, I love strong style wrestling. That guy brings it. Fuck yeah. Best match I saw this week in a loaded up freaking week. So yeah, that's a big deal. Good job from Fraxium, Briggs, and Inamura. That's the end of the show, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. Oh, and in terms of what else we got going on with the pod right now? Well, if you haven't heard, that Four Nations tournament went on, and it was one hell of a fucking game. So we'll be discussing that on the Hockey Cast this week, along with the NHL is back in action. So a lot of games have been going on, and we'll see if we'll discuss any big other news outside of the Four Nations tournament that goes on there as well. In terms of the GamerCast, just did the hardest games that I've played. I felt like I've been playing a lot of hard games at the beginning of this year, and it just sparked the list. So we're talking hard games on there, throwing in a little mini Sifu review in there as well, so check that one out, please and thank you. And by the looks of it, for the next GamerCast, I think I'm going to be talking about games that I played the most. I've been looking at, I love numbers, I love statistics and shit, and I found some really fun statistics for playtime on Xbox and PlayStation games, some extremely embarrassing playtime numbers on some games that you would not expect, so I think I want to talk about that this week. That should be a lot of fun. And of course, the WrestleCast. Oh, geez, there's got to be a pay-per-view or something. If there's a pay-per-view coming up, there'll be pay-per-view reviews. Elimination Chamber is this friggin' weekend, and I'm going there, baby. I'm going to see SmackDown. I'll be there live in Toronto. I'll be there live in the Elimination Chamber. I'll be there, baby, and I'll be doing live reviews. Well, I won't do them. I'll be doing my live experience reviews. Or definitely not as clean cut as a normal. I don't take notes while I'm there live. I just fucking enjoy the experience, and I'll tell you about it. So that's gonna be unreal. I am so fucking excited to see Elimination Chamber. I've never been to Rogers Arena Center, wherever they play Bayball. I don't watch Bayball, so I have not been there yet, so I'm excited to go there. Can't wait. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll be talking about Elimination Chamber. It's going to be ridiculous. And yeah, there we go, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. I upload all of these episodes to the YouTube channel, Gamer GX Videos. Go over there, subscribe, please, and thank you. And if you want to, drop a comment on one of the episodes and let me have a question, anything about wrestling, video games, hockey, opinions, anything like that. Throw them in there, and we could talk fantasy, booking, whatever you want. Just send in a question, and that would be wicked. I got there's an email address and a Twitter. Don't really use it, but it's there. So, yeah, there we go, everybody. We'll be back again with some GX Plus Gift.